Alright, yep, got all my greens out of there. So now in the baggie that came with it, is a little lock washer, which I'll stick on, and then a nut. And I'll just hand tighten it for now. So you can see what I've got there now. All the green wires are looped behind, okay? I'm going to do the same thing for the other side, and then we'll come back. Alright, we're back. I got the other side all set in, okay? I had to rotate these rubber grommets so the rounded part is at the bottom. Okay, now I'll take my box that we set aside, and I'm going to place this inside here. And these grommets got to be really close, right to in there. And they slide right in to the slots there. A little push, but okay, they're all in. Now, this is where I was telling you the green things have to be looped so they're out of the way. They're not going to catch on that stuff. Okay, actually you got to pull them all the way back, the loops. So let's grab them here. All of them except for the power one. I'm going to grab all the way so they're behind the metal shaft there. What I might do here is, if they're a little bit too long, they should fit right in there. You can loosen up the strain brackets and pull them out, but I think I've got these pretty good here. Yeah, so they're all wrapped over there. The instructions told you to do it after the fact, which seems like it's going to be a really hard thing to do. Alright, so now what I need to do is look down here and make sure that the holes, I can see the holes through the relief bracket, because that's where I'm going to be screwing my screws into. Alright, so everything looks good. Then I'm going to take my screws here and my screwdriver and tighten those in there. Now there is a screw hiding all the way down in here, which you have to play with a little bit, get the wires out of the way, and maybe put it on the tip of your screwdriver and shove it down in there. If you have a magnetic screwdriver, it might be easier, but it's down in there. Like that. Okay. And one more. You don't have to, again, don't tighten them too much, it's plastic. So now we have our box in there. We have the plastic grommets where they're supposed to be, all snapped in. And I got my wires here. Again, this is a little tight. I think I might loosen the strain relief bracket up a little bit and pull the wires back a little bit. And then what we're going to do is, now we're going to separate all the white wires, okay, from the black, and try to piece them out here a little bit so they're all kind of away from the black. Alright, so I was gathering the white wires together, but first I should probably put the power on for the main power here. And I have a flashlight here so I can see what I'm doing on the circuit board. It actually is labeled hot input, and it's all the way to the far bottom left. So I'm going to plug in my black hot wire. Again, this is off the power. Okay, so I've done that. And then what I can start doing is just taking my white wires here and starting from the center, I can start just plugging them in any particular place, okay? Doesn't really matter. I don't need my flashlight anymore here. Alright, so I'm plugging these in. Some of them might be a little bit longer. Probably going to start with the bottom. Again, make sure you are getting them in the metal snap. not in between the plastic. And so there's 4 spaces on the bottom, and then there's some space on the top. Again, I'm trying to take the longest white ones first. Go back. Alright, those white are all on there. Now it's just a matter of taking the black ones, which again we labeled with our Sharpies, and on the circuit board they're actually labeled obviously 1 through 8 on this side and then 9 through 16 on that. So we're just going to go through them and start plugging them in. And obviously make sure we're putting on the right one here. Now what you might do, you're going to find that probably the last 2 may not reach to number 7 and 8, and we're going to leave those to last. But for the rest of them, I'm going to put them on. Now let's see, we got number 7 and 8 left. Let's see. Number 7 is still a little bit tight, so I'm going to loosen my straining bracket up here a little bit. And then I'm going to look at the plug-ins here and find number 7 and 8. Let's see, there's number 8, and I'm going to gently push that one, okay, until I get enough relief so I don't have a really sharp bend. That one's good. And let's find number 7 in our plugs. Again, I'm just going to push that one gently, make it a little bit longer, and now it fits in there perfectly fine. And then I'm going to tighten my bracket back up here. And then I'm going to do the same for the other side here too. So you can see we got that all lined up there. All right, we're back. One thing I forgot to mention, which is pretty important obviously, is the white wires that come in from the power, they have to be in the same set plugged into the circuit board with all the rest of the white wires from that side. So that was the first one I plugged in before I plugged any of the white wires in. Same thing for the other side. They're separated left and right. So that's all done. The last thing to do is take my 3/8 deep extension here, and I need to tighten these down, these grounds. Alright, so now we have a completed box ready for use to program and go on from there. Hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully it speeds up the process of you putting one together. Again, the instructions really weren't that difficult, but I figure, you know, obviously a picture is worth 1,000 words, so hopefully that helps you. Thanks.